Good morning, Reptilians. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Elle.
And I'm Den.
And this is Elle's Reptiles.
Yes, it is. If you're looking for Elle's Reptiles, you found it.
Okay. This week is going to be a super simple video, but you guys seem to always enjoy this type of video, and that's just feeding animals.
And that's just feeding animals. What am I saying?
And that's just feeding animals.
And that's just feeding animals. Okay.
Okay.
And that's just feeding animals.
We haven't done one of these in quite a while, so I thought that it was about time to do one.
Except for the big snakes, they ate a couple days ago. We forgot to record it.
Before we get started, this video is sponsored by The Doobie Dude, so make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out how you can save 10% off of your entire order at thedoobidude.com.
Let's go feed those animals! I didn't realize I had so much stuff on the floor.
Right under these spider homes are feeding bins. There's a lot going on there. We have doobie roaches and superworms, and those are isopods and springtails. And mealworms. They have bred like crazy, or they have turned into beetles like crazy, so we should have a whole bunch of baby mealworms very soon. Small crickets and large crickets over there.
So the first animal to get fed in the morning is the chameleon, because apparently chameleons like to eat early. So after her tank is sprayed down and she wakes up and the lights are on, then we feed her. This footage is obviously sped up because she's a chameleon, but today she is eating crickets. She gets fed a variety of things, but her main staples are doobie roaches, crickets, and silkworms. Around this time, Zaz would usually be getting her salad, but she has decided that she is going to go ahead and start slowing down. So instead, enjoy this video of her trying silkworms for the very first time from a few weeks ago. And then we have this beautiful corn snake who just ate a couple days ago. But I'm so excited to get him into his 6-foot tank that is currently in the process of being made. I can't wait to watch him explore that. Not feeding footage, but drinking water counts for this video, right?
Just a still almost.
For the Crested and Gargoyle Gecko, we are using Pangea in the red envelope, the one that has insects in it. Both of my geckos have branched out now to a point where they will eat other ones, especially if they're mixed in with this one. But the red one remains their favorite, so that's one we use most often. Don't have to worry about making a mess anymore, because I have a sink for these things. I put her food into her little feeding ledge, and I legitimately could not find her. I spent about 20 minutes trying to find her to record her, but the very next day, the aftermath of her food bowl was that it was completely empty, and any scraps that were remaining were eaten by these isopods that somehow managed to make it all the way up here. Do they jump? I got Dexter out because I noticed that there was a tiny piece of shed on the top of her head that I was going to try to get off, but she did not appreciate it. I'm trying to help you, sir. Okay. I'm sure she'll eat it eventually. Please don't poop in there. Don't poop in it. Thank you. And now it's time to spray down the cave gecko's tank really well. I also have been using a fogger on her tank pretty regularly, but I just wanted to spray down her tank this day. Also, here is actual footage of the cave gecko that you do not get to see very often. Not of her eating, but of her existing. And now for the snakes. As I was recording this was the day for Loki the Kingsnake and Osiris the Hognose snake to eat. And as per usual, the Hognose was ready. This guy's still eating pinky mice. It is almost time for him to size up. So as soon as him and my Kingsnake finish up this pack, I will be ordering a little bit bigger size for them. After thawing these out, I do like to dry them off with a paper towel. This just gets the excess moisture off of it and make sure that the substrate doesn't stick to the mouse. And he came right up to me and took the mouse from me. My Kingsnake Loki is very shy and he does not take the mouse from me. I have to put it in his warm hiding spot and that's where he will eat it. So that is what I did, and I was really hoping that we would get footage of him actually taking it, and my camera overheated, and by the time that I came back, the mouse was gone and I was kind of sad about that. Next up is the Crocodile Skink. As per usual, you can't really see her. She is hiding, but she got mealworms and small dubia roaches this time, and I do not have footage of her actually eating it as per usual, but I do have old footage of her coming out to eat mealworms, so here's that. Next up, we have Percy, who sat here and patiently awaited for her food while I was taking forever to get it, but she is eating small dubia roaches as well. And then we are going back to the awful small cricket bin so that we can gather a whole bunch of tiny little crickets for the Hourglass tree frog tank. Since some of the crickets are bigger than others, I just kind of go back through and pull out all of the bigger crickets and just leave the tiny ones and feed it to them. Lately, I've just been using this old, clean but old Burger King cup to dust the crickets, and it works pretty fantastically, especially for the small crickets because they can't really jump out of it, and you can kind of just shake it around, and then you don't have to deal with a bag trying to shake crickets in a bag. It's worked out pretty nicely. And then for Morty, in this meal, he is eating some high quality dog food. And in that, there is mustard greens mixed in, there's calcium powder, and there is also Crested Gecko food mixed in. I like to do that occasionally because the ingredients of Crested Gecko food are like bugs and fruits and all things that blue-tongue skinks can eat. And I found that he really likes when I put this into his food. Again, I don't do it all the time, but I do it occasionally, and I just mix it directly in, and he thoroughly enjoys it. Oh, and there's also vitamins and calcium in that food too, so it's just kind of a very healthy spice, if you will. And it's time for the spiders! If you're not familiar with tarantulas, male tarantulas live significantly shorter lives than female. We're talking about 3 to 5 years versus 15 to 20 years depending on the species. Every adult tarantula that I have ever had has officially been a male. This green bottle blue that I have been calling a female this entire time is a male, and I am so disappointed because he's already started to slow down. He has already started to do that thing that Nax did right before he passed, where he's like doing the little web pokey thing. It makes me sad. T-Vagans is doing good. The Choco Golden is doing good. Don't know if they're male or female yet. And then we have the pumpkin patch. He is also a male, very, very clearly a male with giant spurs. He is going on around 2-ish years old at this point. And my beautiful Trinidad Chevron, also a male. He only comes out at night now, but he's gotten huge. He's still doing good. He's still eating normally, but also a male. And that is it. That is all that I have for this week's video.
Those were some hungry pets. Just felt like the right thing to say.
Hopefully you enjoyed watching some of the animals eat. I know that you didn't get to see all the animals eat, but hopefully you got to enjoy that and enjoyed seeing the animals.
Was I supposed to say something this time?
I mean, you can. Do you have any commentary?
Those were some hungry
No. As I said at the beginning of this video is sponsored by the Dubia Dude. The Dubia Dude is a fantastic place to get very healthy feeder roaches for your pets.
Because crickets stink.
Dubia roaches are super healthy and nutritious. Dubia roaches
don't stink.
Okay. Dubia roaches are super healthy and nutritious feeders for your pets, and the dubiadude.com ensures that you are getting healthy feeders for your pets. They are all organically gut loaded, and you are also getting them from a small business, which is always super cool.
I'll take your word for that.
Why do you keep saying things like that?
Saying things like what? Order now.
If you do order from the Dubia Dude, make sure to use code L for 10% off of your entire order at thedubiadude.com.
Thanks, Dubia Dude. You rock.
As always, if you have not already, please feel free to follow me on my socials and like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications every single time I put out a new video, which is every Sunday and some Wednesdays. This week's Instagram shoutout is here, and this week's subscriber shoutout is here. Thank you so much for liking and following and commenting and subscribing and sharing and all that jazz.
You are the bee's knees.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.
Bye.
Test. Okay, we're good.
Testing.
Okay.
Would you like me to leave?
Yes. Okay, go. Go!
I was trying to go.
Cut all of
Listen, I only have one line here, and I'm not doing well. Let's go feed those animals.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, actually,
that
okay,
one.
here we go. Let's go feed those animals.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do a let's get started, just in case. Yours is fine, but I'm gonna do one too. Just.
No, I think mine's good.
All right, and then
Go
we'll.
for it.
Oh, you want me to actually do another one?
Yeah, why not?
No, we'll use that. It'll be fine.
No, you do it.
Okay.
Let's get started.
This is gonna take such a long time.
I don't remember what we're talking about anymore. Which video is this?
Like feeding the animals. Okay. As I said at the beginning of this video is sponsored by.
Dubia Dude.
I don't know yet. I don't know who I'm doing yet.
Dubia Dude is a feeder company.
Oh. Okay.
Don't worry, I got your back, bro.
Liking and following and commenting and subscribing and sharing and all that jazz.
Thanks. Insert name here.
You are the bee's knees.
You.
Okay. That's fine.
That's fine.
It was fine.
Fine.
It was
I
fine.
thought it was a performance in my lifetime.